Mlani Archer.
Yes,
How do you do?
I'm fine.
Okay, so also you joined your husband Johnny Archer to the trip here to Israel.
Yes.
During the 3 days, you also traveled Israel with Ami. As said, you are also a spiritual woman, and
hmm
you've seen a couple of things. What if I should ask, what was the peak, the one point that made meant to you the most? What would it be?
Well, I went a lot of places, obviously, in 3 days, so I feel like I seen everything, but I didn't. I was told we have so much more to discover. However, I think the best part for me was knowing the fact that after I had been to the Mount of Olives where Jesus had wept, not knowing the actual place
This is
that that at Gethsemane that they say he wept, and cried blood. That's the most emotional I felt the entire trip, and I cried too. I did not know that that was the actual place. I was just in all of the Mount of Olives and, the landscape and everything, not the church itself. And we just went in the church and just to see what everyone else was looking at because, they build a church at the place of all of these sites. So we went there. And when I came out, Ami said, "This is where, Jesus wept." And I said, "This is crazy," because I said to Johnny, my husband, the whole time, I don't understand why everyone's so sad and they're crying, and then because I'm keeping it together and I'm just excited to be here, and then I get emotional and I didn't know why, and I was like, this is amazing to find out the fact later because I know a lot about the Bible, but I know a lot of places they said this is said to be around this area, and that was the most emotional place that I had. So
okay.
it's amazing.
You joined us for the third day. You actually sat in the Haifa in the Playpool Club,
Mm-hmm.
and you've seen a little bit your father. I'm saying, your husband Johnny
Right.
teach,
Yes.
and you've met all our players
Mm-hmm.
that participated there.
Yep.
Tell me, as a viewer, from the viewer side, how did you like what you've seen?
I enjoy every time I see Johnny teaching, and I enjoy seeing students of pool or those who love pool, wanting to learn more and just the environment. It's like the student and the teacher aspect. I coach my son's soccer, so I know both sides, and I've also been, a player, so I understand that. And Johnny's very good with other people explaining sometimes because a lot of times we may see them on television, all the professional pool players, how they make such an awesome shot, but we never understand the thought process behind it. So why did they make that decision? Why wouldn't they go 3 rails instead of 2 rails, or leave the ball center of the table versus, lining up straight in, or, something like that. So for them, and to actually see some of the things that he teaches, and the way they learn and how everyone learns differently was very nice. The relationships that were made is very nice. I love making new friends and seeing him, and I know he enjoys it because he feels like he's given back to the community, not only as a player because he's been so blessed, but as a teacher now, and showing others how they can enjoy by just learning the game. So
Okay. Um, you are like the number one fan of the American team on each Moscone. We see you there shout and stand and make a lot of noise and
yes.
actually annoy the European
Yeah, I do.
crowd.
Mhm.
How you've been, obviously, you've been to other tournaments
Mhm.
with Johnny. Is for you also, is the Moscone Cup the number one tournament for you as from the point of excitement and
I think it is because I enjoy being very loud and emotional at sporting
we didn't see
events.
that at all?
No. But I love it because, I enjoy seeing the Europeans being excited about it as well because, all over the other places in the world, you click your fingers, or you have to be very quiet. It's like a golf match or tennis match. And not only can you scream here, and you
Be
have to
more
respect the
lively.
players, you can
Yeah.
be more lively, and I enjoy it. But it's for our country, just like any other
Yeah.
country. They're very excited about it. But I know the other players sometimes may have one or two guests that come with them, and usually if we're in York Hall or another place in Las Vegas, some of them can't or don't have family that comes. So I try to be that support for them, like I am for Johnny, because like Johnny said at his interview, at the end of the day, we have so much. He has so much to come home to, and some of these players don't. And it's we're all family in the pool world, even though we're not related. So give them a pat on the back. Hey, it's okay. The next match you can win, or try to pump them up. So, and that's part of, you know, some of the process or some of the things that I do coaching my kids. The same thing. I try to pump them up or encourage them. So, it's just fun, and I do like to yell.
And what do you take as you see, as you know, obviously, well, you are married to Johnny, so probably, you know, from the far, we probably can see things that from a short distance is harder to see.
Hmm.
But Johnny is considered by all pool players like one of the most, if not the most, strong mental player of the game. He also knows how to play, of course, but
Sure.
also I'm talking about the mental game. Do you try and take anything from that to educate your kids?
Well, I mean, obviously he's a world traveler, so that's very nice, you know, for them to learn different things. They don't understand why he has to be gone sometimes, but I think as they've gotten older, they do. They understand that now. It's a way to take care of your family, but as he said earlier, but for them, you know, to learn and see the game of pool, I think it's important because it's not only represents his career, his choice that he does for work instead of a regular day job where he goes into a city, gets in a car, comes home late at night, or has to travel for work for something like that. It's a passion as well. So it's like for the love of the game. And I think it teaches them to do something that they love and enjoy it and have a lot of passion behind it. So not only are you doing something you love and you have passion for it, you enjoy it, but you also can reap the benefits of it if you do well at it. So hard work, play hard, work hard, play hard, so to speak, you know?
Yeah. Now I'll fine tune my question. I'm talking specific about the aspect of Johnny being a very strong mental player in the game. Okay,
Oh,
there are a
okay.
lot of pro players.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny, as I said, is just above from
Yeah,
the mental
that's
point
true.
of view. And if he, now he cannot be only strong mental only in pool. He must be strong mental also in other places or in life.
Mm-hmm.
So my question is, do you give this as an example, as a positive example, also to your kids?
Yes, we do, and he's very good at home with things like that. You know, sticking with one decision and standing behind it pretty firmly. So they understand when he's home. That's the way it is. Or when there's something that needs to be done, you do this first, and then you know you enjoy other things later. So something we like to say at home is put first things first. You know, do what you need to do first, and then you know, or prioritize. And that's obviously what he does because he's, like you said, he's very strong mentally. But again, being strong mentally, a lot of people don't understand the thought process behind it. So for him to explain it as a player sometimes can be tricky, you know, and because he's always, to me, it seems like in that pool zone, you know. But when he comes home, it's his time to kind of calm down and relax. So we try not to talk much about pool at home.
Okay, okay.
So,
Johnny was saying that he is the owner of the Marietta Billiard Club.
mhm.
We both know that you are the manager of the club and not Johnny. So, what will be the discount for us if we come, an Israeli guy who comes and play at the Marietta Billiard Club?
I don't know. We can find a good deal.
So you'll
We don't
find
have
some.
a snooker player. I mean,
No,
a snooker
no.
table. So you'll have to make do with a 9 foot.
Okay, no, that would
But
be
you can
just
play on
fine.
the best table that we have in the house.
Okay, that's great. Melanie, what should I wish for you?
To come back soon with my family to enjoy more time here, I suppose. I'd love to share this with everyone.
So I truly hope to see you here again. I'll definitely we'll meet each other in the near future again, and I truly hope that we'll have the opportunity to meet you here and your
good.
kids. And thank you very much.
Thank you.